The MT series, Master of Torque. Yamaha calls this the dark side of Japan, so it's only right we start where the shadows live. You see, this dunya sleeps, but the night belongs to the hyper-nakeds. In the last video we took out the Triumph Speed Triple RS. Brilliant bike, fast, sharp, pure British engineering. Yet somehow I found myself having more fun on the MT-10, which is exactly why this bike deserved its own video. Because every time we stopped filming the Triumph, I kept reaching for the keys to the Yamaha, and that says everything. Whether it's carving through the Swiss Alps or chasing city lights after dark, this thing just kept me smiling. As mentioned in the last video, there are some serious bikes in the hyper-naked category. Our aim is simple. We want to test ride as many bikes in this category as possible, and this video, we get into the MT-10 SP. With the lights off, it almost disappears into the darkness, like it's waiting, patiently, for bad decisions. Every ride starts the same way. Screen lights up, systems check, heart rate increases, and then we say Bismillah. The legendary crossplane inline 4. And paired with a race fit exhaust. Ya Rab, what a noise. You don't hear this engine, you feel it. Every crackle, every growl, every downshift, it's mechanical poetry. And despite looking like a machine built entirely out of anger, it's surprisingly comfortable. And then you've got the electronic Ohlins suspension, which basically performs calculations faster than I perform excuses. And the result? Confidence. Lots of it. The funny thing about motorcycles, the older you get, the less you care about spec sheets. You start caring about how a bike makes you feel. This is where the MT-10 comes alive. Second gear, third gear, a wall of torque, a soundtrack echoing off mountain walls. The bike is rapid and the handling is spot on. There is something about this detuned R1 engine. It's got less power in the top range, unlike the R1, but it has more torque in the low to mid-range RPM. Time for real talk, yeah? Well, while I'm sitting here fueling up on some fresh juice, fuel comes to mind. Now, this bike spends most of its time in the petrol station. Well, that's an exaggeration, but the fuel economy on this bike isn't great. But then again, who buys an MT-10 with fuel economy in mind? The other thing I don't like about this bike is these indicators. They are so flimsy. A little bit of movement, if you brush past it, or you are on a spirited ride and there's a gush of wind, these indicators will just pop right off. If we're still on the negatives, but it's not really a negative for me, but the headlights are a bit of an acquired taste. We ended up all the way in Morocco in Chefchaouen, in the Blue City, and someone said the headlights look like Transformers. Someone recently said to me the headlights look like the robot from the movie Short Circuit. Some of you will be old enough to remember that. Johnny 5. And that reminds me, yes, we went all the way to Morocco from the UK. Maybe that's another video. Let me know in the comments if you want to know about our adventure when we went from the UK all the way to Morocco. Now back to the bike. This MT-10 has some serious features. We got caught in some heavy rain in Morocco of all places. We experienced some gravel roads in the hills of Morocco. We even experienced some gravel roads in the beautiful hills of Spain. And we did some crazy lean angles in Switzerland. I have noticed this bike doesn't like to be ridden slowly. It needs to be ridden hard, otherwise it gets temperamental. This bike has lean sensitive traction control, slide control, it has lift control in case you pull off a sick wheelie by mistake. Now I've had this bike from almost new. I've done over 10,000 miles on it. I've been to multiple different countries and this bike has just been absolutely amazing. Except for one time, when I was going through Europe, the bike goes into limp mode. It turns out that there was a TPS recall on the bike, which means the bike was riding like absolute rubbish. I went to Yamaha France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Nobody had the TPS in stock, which means I had to make my way slowly back to the UK. A Europe trip gone down the drain. Yamaha, you owe me a Europe trip. TPS replaced, the bike is running as it should do, and in summary, this is one of the best bikes I've ever owned. It's not the best looking or the fastest hyper naked, but it's all about the fields. It's about the madness, it's about the fun. A message to Yamaha, just up the power a little bit more, so it can compete with the other bikes in the hyper naked category. Until the next one, ride safe, do your adhkars, and make sure you stay tuned for the next video.
Started raining here. Mash up. Let's go. Adventure bikes. Who needs a tenere, cuz? Who needs a tenere? We got MT-10 SP race fit exhaust. Mashallah, bro. Off-roading.